If there's one thing that I wish that I knew earlier is how to be unbothered and stop stressing. Like while you're stressing, you could enjoy your life. While you're stressing, so many blessings could be received. So there's many things that I wish that I learned earlier, but being unbothered and learning to stop stressing and detaching is definitely one of the things that is most important to actually manifest things so much faster. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alina if you're new here, and in today's video we're going to talk about how to enter your unbothered era. How to stay detached from outcomes, from situations, from people, like just reducing your stress in life, okay? Regulating your nervous system to be less stressed. Because let's be honest, we do not have time to stress. Like the only thing that you're gonna get is a lot of wrinkles and very high Botox bills. And even though Botox can solve a lot of problems, we want to make sure that our nervous system is regulated, that we stop stressing about things that we cannot control, and that we just live a more fulfilled and happy life. Because let's be honest, every single time that I went to the doctor and I had something, whatever it was, every single time this guy told me to stop stressing. And I was like, thanks. Thank you so much. I do not know how to stop stressing. I do not know how to stress less. I was just in a constant fear-based mentality, like constantly depressed and frustrated with my life, with everything, until I realized that I create my life and that I can just decide to release control about what I have no control over. Like, do you know those people that complain about the weather? Like, oh my gosh, it's raining, every single day it's raining, I'm so miserable. Why are you miserable just because it's raining? You cannot control the weather, so stop stressing about it, okay? I'm still working on it, but until now, I didn't really realize what it means to stop stressing. So I'm gonna give you my strategies and how I changed my mentality to be the most unbothered person. And being unbothered doesn't mean that you're not caring about other people. It just means you care about yourself more. You care about your own inner peace more. And if there's one thing that I want to learn and work on this year, to maintain my inner peace and my inner certainty and the trust in God and the universe. Because I'm telling you, if you do that, if you truly work with God, if you truly work with, whatever you believe in, if you truly believe in something higher than yourself, and if you work with that energy and you can surrender and let go, I'm telling you, so many things will fall so much easier in place than if you're constantly worrying and stressing. Because not once in the Bible does it tell you to start being afraid, to be fearful, to start worrying. Never once. It will always tell you to put your worries and your fears on God. And the more you can stay unbothered for different outcomes, like with people, you really have to change your mentality. Like to whatever is not happening for you the way you expect it to be, it's just to make it work out in a better way that you cannot even imagine because it's not on your radar screen. Every single person that is leaving your life and you're holding so much grief and you're so sad and you're so frustrated, like, why is this person leaving me? Why? Stop stressing about it. Because one thing that I learned, especially when people leave your life, it is because better people are coming into your life. And you know what is, when you have a full closet of things and it's like full until the very last shelf, you have no place and no room to add any more things into that closet. So it's like decluttering your life, and it will free you so much from all the things that you're holding on to that are no longer serving you. Because if you want to become your highest version, if you want to become somebody else, if you want to change your life and you want to just be your highest version of yourself, you have to be willing to let go of every other baggage that is keeping you in your old version. That means people that you no longer relate to, people that you do not even want to longer associate yourself with. It means all the relationships that are draining you, that are literally like energy vampires sucking out the energy out of you. It means anything negative from your life. It means even your business or career that is not serving you, where you feel so tense and so frustrated all the time. I believe like things that are supposed to work out should be feeling easy. And that doesn't mean that you do not have to put any work in and that you don't have to take action. Yes, you have to take action, inspired action, but it should come from a place of passion, excitement, joy, that you're creating something, and obviously you have to do sometimes tasks that you don't want to do that are annoying, but you have to do them in order to make it work, and that's fine. But if you're so drained and you're doing something that is really sucking out the last bit of energy out of you, that's when you know you're not doing the right thing. And it's the same for people. If you are with friends constantly who are so like sucking the energy out of you, who are just taking advantage of you, and the minute that you start to draw boundaries, they are so mad at you because it's not beneficial for them. That's when you also know you're with the wrong people. Me personally, learning to let go of people was very tough, guys, because I'm somebody, I do not want to give up on people. I am very genuine with all the people that I surround myself with, and I do care for people a lot, sometimes to an extent where it's not healthy for me. And that used to be me in the past. I had a lot of people-pleasing tendencies, a lot of codependency behavior, and that obviously came from, fear of rejection, abandonment, like that all comes from childhood trauma. Every single thing that you're struggling with, it usually always comes from some sort of trauma in your life. And, when you in your adult life are dealing with the same situations over and over again, and you feel like you see a pattern there, when you become more aware and more conscious, and you see a pattern there in these type of situations, in the type of people that you meet, that you attract into your life, that's a sign. Like, that's a sign that you still have to learn a lesson. It's not a test. I don't believe in tests, to be honest. I believe in patterns. Nobody's trying to test you. Nobody's trying to put something onto you that is painful for you, that is just draining for you. No, you are recreating your life based on patterns, because that is how life works. Life works in seasons, life works in patterns. Everything works in patterns. So until you become conscious of those patterns and more aware in order to change them, you will not change them. You need to be aware in order to change them and let them go, and change your narrative of the story that you keep on telling yourself. Because most of the time, when we recreate a pattern, it's just based on a narrative that our subconscious mind is constantly reaffirming in our life. Okay, so let's say, for example, you grew up not with a lot of money. So now, like, your surroundings, your family, they used to always talk so bad about rich people, right? And you have the mindset that if you become rich, your parents think bad about you. You are gonna sabotage yourself and stop yourself from creating success because you don't want your parents to think that you are an evil person. Just an example. That could be one of the examples why you're not able to make money, to get the success that you want, to create something that you can be proud of, because you are subconsciously afraid that you will not be accepted. Because every single fear and every single coping style that we have, even if it's self-sabotaging habit, it has a certain purpose. It has the purpose to protect you, because every single person has the need to be accepted. Every single person has the need to feel loved and appreciated. And if you have just a small little fear of not being appreciated, not being able to fit in, and not being accepted, you will create a coping style and a habit that is trying to get to that need of being accepted, even if that's that you are staying poor for the rest of your life, just because somebody in your childhood told you that all rich people are evil and you do not want to belong to those rich, evil people. Okay, so that's just an example. If you want to release those habits, if you want to start creating a life that you are proud of, start to create success, start to have healthy relationships, you need to become aware of those patterns. And honestly, being not so self-critical and judgmental all the time to yourself is also one of the things that you need to learn and embrace in order to be unbothered and to actually create more of the things that you want. And it's so tricky sometimes. It can be like, it is a very simple concept, but we are wired not really to be happy, but to be comfortable. Okay? We are wired to keep us safe. And that is how the human brain is wired. This is how our nervous system is wired. And we are just always recreating things from our past because that is familiar. We are wired to create a familiar environment for ourselves, and because in that environment we will feel safe. So if you are somebody that is constantly going through the same situations, okay, and you're constantly very bothered by them, you're constantly very stressed about them, it's more likely that you're going to recreate those situations based on your stress level and based on you being so bothered about them, because that's when you reaffirm a reality. Okay, let's say every single day you're missing the train. And every single day, you are so frustrated about it. But every single day, you keep on missing the train. And every single day, you keep on being frustrated. Until you learn to start to go to the place earlier, to not keep on missing the train by taking action to change your reality and stop being so frustrated about missing the train, you will keep on reaffirming that same reality. And this is a very simple example, but this is how it also works for other situations. If you, for example, reaffirm that all men are trash and that all your experiences are just bad, and you always keep on attracting the same type of people, you will keep on attracting the same type of people. It's always about how you speak and what you reaffirm in your life. And it is very simple to tell if a person is acting on autopilot and is trapped in subconscious limitations and habits and behavior patterns, the way how they speak about certain situations. And I see that a lot when I speak to other people and they say things like, this is always happening. Like, this is how you reaffirm your reality. Do you realize that? If you have a belief about this is how life is, this is how life works for you, for me, then you will keep on reaffirming that reality if you want to or not, because your subconscious mind is running 95% of the show. So if you have a subconscious belief about, let's say it's hard to make money, all men are trash, you will keep on recreating that same old narrative for yourself if you realize it or not. The only way to stop that is to become aware and become conscious of how you speak and about the kind of situations that you attract in your life. So you just have to look around, literally. You literally have to just look around in your life and ask yourself, what is the constant pattern that you see? Whether it's regarding your health, your relationships, your friendships, your business or career, whatever you have, like whatever area you have struggles in, you just have to ask yourself, what is the pattern here? And if you recognize a pattern, you have to ask yourself, in those moments when you're triggered, when a struggle is showing up, how do you speak about that struggle? If you're saying things like, oh my gosh, again, another man who's just gonna cheat on me, another man who's just trash, another situation like this, oh my gosh, of course I'm gonna lose all my money, it's always like this, it's always ending up like this, I'm never gonna be happy, blah, blah, blah. Those type of things, if you like catch yourself in those moments, that's when you have to stop bothering, okay? So now we get back to the topic of how to be unbothered. When you realize in those situations that you're triggered, you have to stop being triggered. It sounds harsh, but it is easy, because in those moments when you realize that you're triggered, you can easily just tell yourself, you know what, this is just an old pattern showing up, because everything that you experience right now is actually just something that's recreated based on your past beliefs, based on your past experiences, based on your past thinking and speaking. So the minute that you are now present in this reality and you realize, I have been creating this by speaking in this way about it, by thinking in this way about it, all I need to do right now in this present moment is changing my thoughts. Okay, you have to really catch yourself, and it's a practice. You just have to practice this. And I'm telling you, it's not always easy, and I still do struggle with this as well sometimes when I'm like very triggered about whatever situation. It is not hard to jump out of these emotions and to, affirm a new reality for yourself. You really have to practice this. But the more you do, the easier it will get. This is how practice works, right? The more you do it, the easier it will get for you. When you are in this present moment, you realize, oh my gosh, I'm so triggered. And you ask yourself why you're triggered. Where is this coming from? And where in your body you feel the pain, the ache, whatever. And the minute you want to say, like you want to be outbursting and being frustrated about the situation, you tell yourself, no, I'm not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother about this, because, and this is an affirmation that I always tell myself in these situations. I have this from Louise Hay. Out of the situation, only good will come. I'm safe. God is protecting me. And whatever is not working out right now is just to protect me. And something better is already on its way. That's what I always tell myself. No matter what is not working out. And I'm telling you, since I have this mentality, since I'm learning to be less bothered by things, I'm telling you, more good things are happening in my life, and they're happening like this. And I do not even have to like work hard for them. Like it's literally falling in my lap. Because the minute that you start stressing, you postpone all the success, you postpone all the blessings because you're so in your shame, worry, fear, afraid based bubble that the universe and God is not even able to reach you with the blessings because you're so low with your vibration, you're so low with your frequency that you cannot even attract the things that you want. You have to stop worrying. Things are just happening. Life is just lifing. And sometimes you have to just let life be life, just be unbothered and stop stressing. You have to regulate your nervous system. That is one of the things that I can really recommend you doing. I started with somatic yoga to release my trauma from my body. I started doing EFT tapping to regulate my nervous system. I started doing regular meditations and breathing. Box breathing is one of the techniques, even like when I'm stressed during the day and I have a situation where I kind of like feel emotions piling up. I start the box breathing technique where you breathe in 4 seconds or 4 counts, then you hold your breath for 4 counts, then you release it for 4 counts, and then you hold it again. And you do that a couple times, and I'm telling you, your nervous system, like, it just gets calm. And one of the things that I learned, how you are very much recreating a familiar past that you do not want, is because your nervous system isn't regulated. Your nervous system is wired to recreate a familiar past, even if that past is stressful and chaos and just all the things that you do not want. So you have to really work on that mind, body, soul connection. Like, I really do believe in that whatever you try to do mentally is great, but if you do not align it with your body and with what your soul needs, you will always like have that weight too much shifted onto one or the other side. If you work too much on your spiritual self, you have your head in the clouds, you are not grounded. And you have to work with all of those techniques. You have to like include every single thing. And the more I start to do that, the more I work with my body, the more I do, journaling and mentally challenging myself and listening to podcasts, listening to audiobooks, reading, like mentally feeding me. And then also combining that with asking what my soul needs, doing things for fun, for enjoyment, for pleasure, not feeling guilty about them. I am just less stressed and less bothered automatically because I have a calm nervous system and I learned to regulate myself, and I'm just happy. Like every single day, I'm just happy. Yesterday, literally, I was like, I haven't cried in a very long time. Weird, because I used to cry a lot, right? And then I was like, I haven't cried in a long time. And then I was just thinking about a few situations that I maybe wanted to release. And then I just cried for a little bit to just release what was coming up and to just let it all out. And I was crying for like 2 minutes. And then I was good. I was sitting with the feeling, and that's also a huge thing. You need to really learn to sit with your feelings and to be still with it. And as fast as it comes up, it will go again. And then you can be unbothered again, Guys, and I'm telling you, I used to be somebody that is constantly stressed about everything. And stress transforms into disease. It transforms into all kinds of things that you do not want to manifest in your life. But stress will manifest in a physical form in some type of way, either through negative experiences, negative people being attracted into your life, or through disease, where you really have to learn to let go of that stress. What the doctors are telling you to stop stressing, it is true. We just have not really ever learned to deal with stress in a healthy way and to regulate our nervous system. The trauma is stored inside of your body. It's stored in your nervous system, every single experience that you have, which is why your body is also reacting in certain types of situations based on past experiences, okay? So the same hormones are being transmitted. If you do not learn how to regulate your nervous system and deal with your emotions in a healthy way, you will just recreating things in your life that you do not really want. So you really have to develop that kind of mentality that if something happens, perfect, okay. And if something is not happening the way you want, also okay. You have to let go of a certain outcome. Doesn't mean, guys, that I always exactly get what I want. Sometimes I don't. I don't sometimes get it on the exact time frame. I sometimes don't even get the thing that I want. Every single time I let go of what I wanted and I let go and let God, literally, I received something better. I received better people in my life, better situations, better things that I could even imagine. So many times we're so narrow focused on one thing that we think we really want, that we're craving, yet what we actually really need to evolve and to grow is something else, and we don't even know what it is yet. So by you letting go of that thing and being okay with whatever happens, it happens for you, it happens not to you, it happens for you, really for you. That is when you learn to detach yourself. That is when you learn that no matter a situation turns out, it will be for your highest good. And if something is not happening, it's not your highest good. So in that way, you can easily let go of things that are not happening the way you want them to happen, the way that you think you want them to happen. And you are giving the universe and God the opportunity to serve you with something even better. Not just ignore your problems and not deal with them, but deal with them in a healthy way with a regulated nervous system. Facing your problems with the mentality that you're gonna find a solution no matter what, and God will help you, the universe will help you, you are receiving solutions. That is when you will most likely see solutions. But when you're so focused on your stress and you're so bothered by everything, you can't really think clear, honestly, because your nervous system is just on survival mode. And it is very, very difficult to find solutions when you're in survival mode. And you know what helps me like calm down every single time is doing those somatic workouts, doing EFT tapping, doing the box breathing, doing meditation, sometimes just also doing nothing and resting and allowing myself to rest. Like that's so important and something that I really learned to embrace, because I used to be so much into doing things constantly that I didn't even allowed myself to rest, or I allowed myself to rest until I finished this or until I did this. But you know, you have to sometimes just let your body rest and take the time to just be still and ask your body what you need. And you know, most of the time when we have a problem and you take time to rest and be still, you will receive so many answers just by being still and just by being present with yourself and not being distracted, asking other people for advice, you know, trying to run around like a headless chicken, trying to find solution and be so desperate about it. You will be so much more likely find a solution by just being still and receiving an answer and asking, what do I need to learn? What am I not seeing? Ask and it is given, guys. You just have to ask the right questions and you have to learn to listen to yourself. All the answers are already within you. They're already inside of you. You're just not listening because you're so distracted and focused on everything else and having so much anxiety. If it's happening, great. If it's not happening, also great. If you have this mentality, you will be the most unbothered queen ever. And it's really just all about putting yourself as a priority and learning that whatever is not working out for you is for your highest good. And since 2 years ago, when I started to, really dive deeper also with my relationship to God, life just became so much easier because I have something that I can put my trust in and my belief in, that some way it will work itself out because God is serving me and He wants the best for me. And He does not want me to be stressed. So why should I be stressed? If He does not want me to be stressed, why should I be stressed? Why stressing? Have that trust in yourself, have that trust in God, that everything work itself out. And the minute that you stop being so stressed and bothered all the time, and you just have that deep belief that the universe is there to serve you, that God is there to serve you, and that you are being favored, you will receive so many confirmations of manifestations and things coming into your life, and that will also fuel your self-belief and your confidence again that this is really working, that manifestation works, that God works. You are just working against it by stressing and being bothered so much because you're feeling personally attacked. But I'm telling you, nobody's personally attacking you. God does not attack you. God does not judge you. God does not want you to be constantly miserable. We are doing this to ourselves because sometimes we have such a limited mentality and we are so fear-based. Obviously, because society is programming us this way. This is how most of us grew up. But I'm telling you, every single present moment that you realize this and become aware, you have an opportunity to change it by your thoughts, by way of how you speak to yourself and others, by releasing just the grudges and the frustration. And yeah, guys, being unbothered is just my new self, you know? You have to just reaffirm that for yourself. The person that you want to become, your future version, does she want to be bothered all the time? Be an energy vampire, be complaining to others about whatever? No. You want to be a person that is nice to be around. You want to be a person that can light up every room that you walk in because you're just so positive. You want to hear from people like, wow, I love your mentality. I love your mindset. I love, like, you're just shining. You are just light. You're playful. Like, you really have to see life this way, you know? It's a playground. It's a playground, and you are here to fulfill yourself and play the game how you want to play it. And the minute that you start acting like that and releasing this victim mentality of, oh, life is working against me, to no, I am playing the play how I want to play it. You are the director, the writer, the producer, the main character of your own personal movie. So act like it. By being bothered, you are in such a low frequency that you can't even receive the things, even they're already on its way. And you know, the universe and God is always working while you're not, like, they're doing over hours, you know, they're doing late night shifts, they're working 24/7 to please you. But it's all about what you're asking for. And while you are bothered and stressing, you are asking for more to be bothered about, for more stress. Okay, it's always about what you order. So if you're ordering being blessed and being grateful, because you are just keep on affirming, even if you have a miserable situation, you are praying with gratitude. Thank you for this situation, that I can grow more, that I can practice patience, that I can practice, you know, staying calm in the storm, to just be happy regardless of the situation, to not focus on the outcome, but to believe that something better is on the way. Believing in the redirection of life, that you are redirected to what is actually serving your highest good, no matter the situation. Even if you really wanted something, it's fine, you know, something better is on its way. And this is like the mentality that you need to have, and this is something that, thank God, I really learned to embrace over the last couple of years. And it really served me so much better, because now I'm so much more regulated, I'm so much more in charge of my emotions, and just so much more calm and peaceful within myself. And I can tap into my divine femininity through that and attract things based on being instead of constantly doing. So that is one of the things that I can really recommend you guys doing. I hope this video helped you a little bit. If you want more tips, if you have any other topic suggestions, things you want to know more about, put it in the comment section below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're new here, obviously subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any other videos. And other than that, I wish you a great, amazing day. And I see you guys in my next video. Love you so much. Mwah.